Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Bulldogs Live. I'm Jeff Flowers alongside Coach John Milner, and we're going to start a little early tonight because it's a kind of a special moment. We're going to recognize a very special group of student athletes, these seniors. It is seniors night, so let's ramp up for that. We're going to introduce parents and the seniors. They've dedicated countless hours to their team, their school, and their community through late night practices and games, victories, and challenges. They have represented our school with pride, determination, and heart. I'd like to direct your attention to the court as we introduce our Bandera Bulldog seniors. We're going to get this on right away because the JV game ran a little bit late, Coach, and they're going to be pushing some time to get this next game started.
Right, JV ran a little long, but it was worth it. They pulled out the victory 40-35, so big win for the JV to kind of get the momentum going tonight, and hopefully the varsity will kind of keep that going for their game.
Yeah, and wrapped up that season. So this is going to be a brief comment from Coach Stafford. He just wants to say, seniors, you have left a lasting mark on this program, and we're grateful for everything you have given. You know, at this time, we want to ask those that are in attendance to join us in honoring these senior players and trainers as we celebrate the final season of this court. So they are kicking off, and we're looking at parents and the seniors.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Bulldog Gymnasium. If I can have your attention, please, tonight. We take a moment to recognize.
So that is the one and only Hebner, who is doing the PA announcements for our Bulldogs tonight.
It's always a special night with the seniors. It's kind of bittersweet. You have the kind of good time to reflect back and look back at what they've accomplished in their time at high school. So it's kind of exciting, but also kind of sad that, their high school careers are going to be ending after tonight.
Yes, it is very bittersweet. 7 seniors on this team.
Right, quite a few seniors.
So first up, we have number 0, Andon Tentis de Groot. He's being escorted by mom Crystal and dad Jesse Tentis de Groot. The fondest memory of high school has been the College Station basketball tournament during Christmas break. After high school, Andon plans to attend college to pursue a major in psychology to become a therapist or just work. Advice to junior classmen: even when you don't want to give up and feel like there's nothing more you can do, just keep pushing forward. And up next, number 1 senior Jeffrey Thomas. He's being escorted by father Ryan and mother Naomi Thomas. Fondest memory of high school has been when playing the blindfold tag game at the College Station tournament during Christmas break. After high school, he plans are still kind of undecided. Advice to junior classmen: have fun and just work, no matter how hard it gets. It feels like yesterday I was just a freshman. Don't forget to keep God at the center of everything and don't take anything for granted. I know everyone says this, but it actually does go by fast.
Sure does. Time flies.
And coming in next, number 2 senior Riley Moran. He is being escorted by his mother, Sarissa Pena. His fondest memory of high school has been the College Station tournament as well during Christmas break, getting a big win and celebrating with his team. So after high school, he's still a little bit undecided, but, kids figure it out at this age. So advice to junior classmen: don't take it for granted.
Good advice also. Sounds like the College Station tournament was a good time.
It seems like it. I feel like I missed out on that one.
Yeah, exactly. Where were we at for that one? We should have been on the road broadcasting that tournament.
And here we have number 3 senior Logan Pierce. He's being escorted by parents John and Tiffany Pierce and sister KP. His fondest memory of high school has been traveling with the basketball team. A little bit different, but still. There's been a lot of traveling, a lot of away games this year. After high school, his plans is to go to Schreiner University for aviation and become a private pilot.
That's good
for him.
They do have a nice program over there at Schreiner with aviation.
And his advice to junior classmen: have fun and make the moments count. It goes by fast. And here we go. Number 5 senior Josh Hartman. He is being escorted by his mom, Maria, dad, Joseph, sister, Mila. His fondest memory of high school is College Station basketball tournament during Christmas break, Coach.
Oh, wow.
After high school, Josh plans to join Bandera Electric Company to start an electrician career and then begin a journeyman license.
That's a good career choice
Advice
as well.
advice to his junior classmen. Just have a good time and don't take your friends for granted. Long live Evan. And the one and only number 23 senior, James Bauer, the star of the show this season, being escorted by mom, Courtney Bauer, dad, James Bauer, brothers Jackson and Jordan Bauer. Now, his fondest memory of high school has been the ability to attend school with his younger brother one last time. Early morning and late night drives with him to and from basketball practice and games. He really is my built-in best friend. That's a pretty sweet sentiment right there. Very special bond. So after high school, James plans to attend Northeast Lakeview College and get a degree in construction management. Advice to his junior classmen: have fun and don't take it too seriously. At the end of the day, basketball should be fun. And I will agree with that, Coach.
That's well said. That's well said.
Number 25.
And then number 25, senior Gavin Garcia, being escorted by his mom, Kelly Garcia, his dad in remembrance of Jason Garcia, and sister Grace. Gavin's fondest memory of high school has been hanging out with his friends. And after high school, Gavin plans to attend UTSA and major in business. Advice to his junior classmen: do what you want to do and be you. And last but not least, Coach, we're going to introduce a couple of important behind-the-scenes seniors, the trainers.
Yeah, sometimes they don't get the acknowledgement that they deserve for all the hard work they put in behind the scenes, like you said.
Yeah, 100%. And they're led by Doc Martinez, one of the greats. But before that, we're going to introduce senior trainer Maritza Castillo. She's being escorted by her father, Bobby Castillo, and mother, Monica Castillo. So her fondest memory of high school has been when the late night drives back from football games. And those can be some long drives, Coach.
It can be long ways to get back to Bandera sometimes.
Absolutely. And after high school, her plans are to attend Texas State for nursing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, advice for junior classmen: be involved in things and come to the games. That's a great.
Get involved is
there.
Good advice.
Absolutely.
Get involved in something.
Look at him. And here we have senior trainer Riley Jackson. She's being escorted by mother Chastity Jackson. Her fondest memory of high school has been when attending San Antonio Student Trainer Workshop in San Antonio last year. After high school, her plans are to attend Texas Lutheran University, pursue a bachelor in kinesiology and master's in athletic training. And her advice to junior classmen: get involved while you can.
So I know she's got some great experience here with Dr. Martinez, getting ready for her future career, it sounds like. She's going that direction.
And last but not least, we have senior trainer Bailey Convica, being escorted by mother Jennifer and brother Brandon Convica. Now, her fondest memory of high school is when all the trainers were playing imposter on the bus ride to the football games. Now, after high school, Bailey plans to attend UTSA and major in biology and become a dentist.
Oh, good.
So advice to her junior classmen: always have fun and make the most of every minute and every moment. Now, I will say, Coach, Doc Martinez really runs a great training program with the physical therapy, and it's my knowledge that many of his students that come through his training program end up one way or another getting into the medical industry.
Right, you saw tonight just the ones that were listed. One was nursing, one was athletic training. You know, so my daughter actually, when she went through, she had him in class. She's going for nursing currently. So, I mean, yes, he has a great influence on the people that are in that program for sure.
Yeah, so we're going to give a round of applause for these great seniors. And if you're at home watching, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you see these young students out and about. Just be sure to pat them on the back and commend their wonderful year and their senior. It's going to be a very heartfelt year. I remember my senior year, and it does go by pretty fast.
It does go
Coach,
by fast, and then it goes even faster after that as you
you
go through life.
30 years later, it's definitely gone
Exactly.
by.
It's a blink.
It
Of your eye.
It is very much a blink, but it's, yeah, we're going to kick off into warm-ups, but while we're still on the air, Coach, I guess we can just kind of go into a nice little recap, and I think we can fill some time. What do you think?
Looks like they're giving us about 10 minutes there, so before they do introductions.
Absolutely. So once again, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Bulldogs Live. I am, again, Jeff Flowers alongside our special coach, John Milner, for his commentary and much great, I guess I'm stumbling my words, a lot to talk about, but, his input and insight of his knowledge in basketball is very important when we're coming through these games. He has a lot of knowledge, and we're happy to have you, Coach. And so it's regular season. It's finally here at the Doghouse, Bandera Bulldogs and the Canyon Lake Hawks. And again, it's also senior night for this varsity group. So it's the final game of the year. Both teams come in 1-8 in district play. Somebody is walking out of this gym with a little momentum and a lot of pride back in their pocket. So I got a question for you, Coach.
Okay.
So when you're in a game like this and both teams have taken some bumps in district, how much of tonight is about standing and how much is it just more about pride and finishing it the right way?
A lot of pride involved. Like you said, it's, Okay, we're back.
Yep, we are back. A little technical difficulty.
Brief interlude. What I was about to say was, I don't know who did the scheduling for the district, but they kind of planned it out almost. We've got Wimberley and Davenport playing each other for first place tonight. We've got Long Creek and Fredericksburg tied, playing for third, fourth place. And then we have Bandera and Canyon Lake playing each other for the fifth spot. But like you said, it's although they're both out of the playoffs, it is a kind of a big game. Number one, the senior night. Obviously, they want to go out on a good note and have something to look back on that last game, in the gym and to remember that. And there is some pride. You obviously don't want to finish last in the district. You have a chance. You beat Canyon Lake last time. You want to keep that going and keep that streak going. And on the other side of that too, just a little looking at senior night when they're all lined up. If you'd notice the seniors are lined up across the entire gym. You look over on the bench over there, and you've got 4 people sitting there. So what that means is looking ahead to next year, you've got 4 young men that are on the varsity currently, and then you'll have some newcomers from the JV, et cetera. But what you want to do, I think, as a coach is, set some momentum looking ahead to next year, and that means, have those younger guys go out on a high note so you have some momentum going into next year. So you have something to build on. Looking at, because we're losing, like we said, 7 seniors, which is quite a bit for one team to lose 7 seniors in a year. So
yeah, that is a big chunk of the team, and only 4 moving up from this year, and then it's going to be who's coming up behind that. And that's a big roster to fill. And Bandera is coming in 13-18 overall. They're 1-8 district, as I said. And if you've seen or followed the Bulldogs lately, much of the night isn't about standings. It's really just about, pride and finishing in the right way. They played 2 straight overtime games in district. They were nail biters. 1 heartbreak, 1 gritty win. And, they've been right there with a bunch of really close, losses. So our record isn't really complimenting how well they've actually played against a very tough district and a tough schedule. So at home, the Bulldogs are 2-4 this season. It's actually kind of wild for a lot of the schedule. They practically just lived on a bus.
Right, exactly.
But when they get to play here, they do feed off the crowd, and we're hoping that it's senior night. A lot of parents in the house, a lot of family. There's going to be a lot of energy behind that.
Right, exactly.
So Coach, when you're thinking back on Bulldogs' schedule, and you see like the defeats that ultimately have come down to the wire, what do you? I guess, what does that do to you mentally? Do you worry more about the emotional hangover, or do you just kind of lean in and say, we know how to play in tight games now?
It can be tough because, like you said, in those close games, in particular the 2 Fredericksburg games were close. One of the Long Creek games was close. We had 2 overtime games, one of those being Canyon Lake last time that we pulled out in overtime. So it is kind of frustrating, but I think we've kind of, going through all the road games you mentioned, we haven't had that many home games. It kind of brings you together as a team. And if you notice the seniors, a lot of them mentioned the College Station tournament as one of the highlights of the memories. And that's one of those things where you're on the road. Not only, for that tournament, it wasn't like you're getting on a bus, coming home that same day, going back the next day. You're there for 3 days at the tournament, staying there together and building some camaraderie. So that would be a memory you'd have moving forward. But the frustration you've had up to this point, not getting in the playoffs, not turning out really how you hoped it would turn out going in, how can you take all that and channel it tonight and maybe everything comes together? Because some of those games that were so close, you can really look at just little things here or there, free throws or turnovers or, this basket, that basket, those kind of things. And it gets frustrating. You can beat yourself up over that if you just let that hold you down. So you've got to have a short memory and put that kind of behind you tonight and only look forward. We got, tonight, 4 quarters tonight to end the season on a good note and turn these seniors out with a good memory to end the season on. So you're hoping that tonight's the night, all that comes together where it hasn't up to this point for all, those games that were close. You're hoping tonight's the night when that actually happens.
Right, and you said you got 7 seniors. It's their last game, and more than likely it's going to be their last competitive game of their career.
That's right.
The likelihood of some playing in college is pretty slim, and mentioning that College Station tournament probably gave them a sense of, excitement playing in that level of environment. It's a memory forever.
You're right, and like you mentioned it, it's hard to play at the next level. So for most of any high school athlete in any sport, when they finish their high school career, that's it. So these guys, sure, they can go play basketball after they graduate and so on, but they're not going to be able to play, more than likely aren't going to be playing organized basketball at the next level. Maybe some of them will. That'd be awesome. But most high school athletes don't. So you have to take what you have in high school, and hopefully you leave with good memories. And I know one of my mentors when I coached here, Coach Williamson, who just passed away about a year ago, one of his big things was, leaving the kids with good memories, because for that very reason, most of them are not going to play beyond high school. But what you want them to have is have something to look back on, where they can look back on their high school years fondly, with good memories, good friends, good relationships, not only with their friends, but with the coaches, the teachers, everybody involved in the whole school situation. So that's kind of the goal, beyond, what happens on the court, because they have a lifetime ahead of them to look back on the high school years.
Yeah, they've had you're a senior, you got to have a little disappointment in the season, especially when you have star players like Jeffrey Thomas, James Bauer, who just laid it out every game, Tintus DeGroat. The list goes on. Garcia and Moran. They're quality players. They really left a lot on the table. But now bring that energy, like I said, to this last home game. Put it all out there. It's your last game. And then I think there's going to be a lot of heart going into this. It'll be really great to see. Now, stylistically, this one kind of sets up pretty interesting. So Canyon Lake is more methodical. And, if you're comfortable, and they're comfortable to half court, they'll run sets. They don't mind grinding it out. They usually score about 50 points a game. Bandera, when they're at their best and wants to get downhill, attack the paint with Tintus DeGroat and Garcia, and let guys like Bauer, Thomas, Pierce, and Moran play the space. Turnovers, we talk about turnovers quite a bit, and offensive boards, have been a huge factor all year for the Bulldogs. And when they're winning, they're usually winning the glass and getting extra possessions. So from a coaching standpoint, what's the number one key you're looking for early? Is it pace, turnovers, shot selection? Or is it, hey, Bandera show up, let's lock it in tonight?
I think, to me, one of the keys I'd be looking to do as a coach would be that first quarter, trying to get a lead. If you look back at the games we've had, of course, Canyon Lake is a little different animal than Davenport, Wimberley. Some of those teams we saw, they're really, really good. Canyon Lake, like you said, is more likely to slow it down a little bit, grind it out, more methodical. But my goal would be for Bandera as a coach would be to try to get out to a lead. So many times it seems in district, we get behind early. Those other teams kind of press us and quick transition and get a lead, and suddenly we're battling from behind right off. Seems like right from the get-go, and suddenly we're down, 6, 8, 10 points in the first quarter, and then we're struggling to get back the whole game. Whereas hopefully tonight we can take that step and be the one that's up on Canyon Lake by 5, 6, 7, 8 points maybe in the first quarter, make them be the chaser, and us be the the hunted. Let them try to chase us. It's a little different than what we've seen in district with the other games that we've played. Most of them, the Fredericksburg games were close, but for the Long Creek and Davenport and Wimberley, we were kind of the hunter, because we got off to kind of a slow start and they went up on us, and that's kind of the way they play. So that'd be, to me, a key. What's the score at the end of the first quarter? Are we up? Are we down? Are we chasing, or are we being chased? So that changes the whole thing.
Absolutely. We're setting up to a very exciting matchup. Now, if everyone at home is watching, we're about to head into the national anthem. So this is a salute to all you veterans and all our patriots out there. There it is, the national anthem. Again, I want to thank our current military, our veterans, those who have sacrificed their lives serving their country, first responders. We want to show appreciation to you, and God bless America. And now we're going to do the starting lineup for the Canyon Lake Hawks. And they're introducing number 0, senior Phoenix Fuentes. Number 1, senior Josh Rowe. And number 11, senior Wyatt Sims. And then number 13, junior Cole Dees. And number 33, senior Eli Hammonds. And coached by Monte Cole and assisted by Trevor Hamlet and Brandon Vasquez. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready for our starting lineup. The Bandera Bulldogs. Number 0, senior Andon Tentis de Groot.
They had a nice touch over there, having a little handshake with their parents.
Yeah, making it fun, spotlighting, just bring some energy, something different. And number 1, senior Jeffrey Thomas. Number 2, senior Riley Moran. Giving hugs to the parents, high fives. Number 3, senior Logan Pierce. And number 5, senior Josh Hartman. We're going to be introducing all the seniors tonight. Number 23, senior James Bauer. And number 25, senior Gavin Garcia. Yeah, so that's fun. And we're going to be, the Bulldogs are coached by Bruce Stafford, Cody Weatherson, and Jeremiah Salone. And again, we want to thank the athletic director, Joel Fontenot-Amity, the high school principal, Dr. Patrick Sizemore, Bandera ISD superintendent, Mr. Gary Bitsky, and the athletics admin, Nicole Flowers. So we're about to get this party started at home, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in, and if you are enjoying what we're doing, please like and subscribe. This will be the last home game, which I'm a little saddened by myself, but right into baseball, softball, soccer, track. There's a whole lot of action still going on, even though basketball's
A lot
finished.
going on in the spring for sure. All those things you mentioned, baseball's going, softball going, soccer's been going for a little while, track.
So Tentis DeGroat takes center stage. He's going to jump up against number 33, Eli Hammonds. And we'll see who takes control first.
Let's try to get off to a good start for the Bulldogs, like we said.
As our refs sets to throw it up, and Canyon Lake's going to set the tone.
Canyon Lake doesn't have, like we've seen some of those other teams, a bunch of, top double-figure scorers. They've got one person. Cole Dees has 10 points a game.
Yeah, and right out the gate, there's Eli Hammonds. It's from the corner for the short jump, and that's from Fuentes, who's leading his point guard. And there's a great little jumper by Moran.
Good answer. Bulldogs come right back after that first bucket.
So right now we're tied 2-2, and Hawks set up. That's number 11, Sims. He gets it over to Rowe, tries to penetrate.
I thought that might be off his leg, but they're giving it to the Canyon leg. Nobody's saying anything, so maybe my eyes are old and can't see very well.
Inbound pass gets in, and there's a travel called on Josh Rowe, and Bulldogs get the ball off a turnover.
Canyon Lake showing a little pressure here, a little man-to-man pressure. Pretty much full court.
Which I haven't seen quite a bit this year, Coach. A lot of teams aren't playing man-to-man too much. But great pass down low to number 5 Hartman for an easy 2 off the board.
By Jeffrey Thomas, like you said. Hartman's there to finish it off.
There's Jeffrey Thomas again with a reach in, gets the turnover. And just like that, Hartman again from an outside perimeter shot.
Hartman taking advantage of the opportunity.
Yeah.
Maybe he likes the starting lineup.
Great transition, good effort by Thomas to force that turnover. And there's a quick answer back by 33, Hammonds.
Really, Thomas on both ends of the court had a steal, then pushed the ball up, and they make a great pass. Couple assists already by Jeffrey Thomas.
So, good underneath pass by Bauer this time.
Great look.
To Moran.
This says a lot, too. You've got, Jeffrey Thomas and James Bauer, your 2 leading scorers, and they're also leading assists right now. Neither one of them are selfish. They're looking for the open man, looking to make the pass first.
So, Wyatt Sims, number 11, he shoots it up a little hard off the rim, and Bulldogs get it to win out of bounds.
That was great position by James Bauer there on the rebound. Allowing him one shot, then be done.
Jeffrey Thomas calling the play. Good movement by the Bulldogs. Sets up Bauer for a deep 3, but a little off it. Thomas with the rebound, but wasn't quite there on the pass, so it's a turnover, and it's Hammonds again.
He had the right idea when he looked, but then it just wasn't there.
Yeah, it was right in Hammond's hands. And
miscommunication.
Right in the Hawks' hands, and then Hammonds gets it in transition. Bulldogs look like they're doing motion, pass and move.
And like we mentioned, you're going to see a lot more half-court sets tonight, like Canyon Lake. We're on both ends going to have to be better in our sets and our plays in the half-court game.
Bauer gets it underneath to Dennis Grote, and nothing was there, so wisely he passes it back out to Garcia, and Bulldogs reset.
So good patience.
There's Moran, a little short. Good rebound. Well, I wouldn't say that was a rebound, but a good catch by
Right.
Titus DeGroat.
And like just got a hand
Bulldogs
on
get
that
another
shot.
opportunity. And there's Thomas. He drives in a jump shot outside the paint. Good look by Thomas. I really like that setup by Thomas. A lot of times he kind of hesitates or ends up driving in.
Oh, wow, waving off the three. I guess they called traveling in the corner. We'll take that. Any little advantage we can get.
Yeah, that was Sims. So Bulldogs get a break there. Bulldogs lead 10 to Hawks 6. Bauer comes over to help Thomas. Nothing there. So sets up motion to Moran. Fumbled out of his hands. It looked like that Gavin Cano got a hand on it, pushed it out of Moran's hands. The Bulldogs get another break as it went out of bounds on the Hawks, and Bauer's going to throw it in.
I think some confusion. I think one official had waved it as Canyon Lake's ball. The other one said Bandera. So the Bandera call won, so we'll take that.
Bauer attempts to get it down low like he did the last time, but just a little hard out of reach to his throat. There's Hammonds again. From the deep three, but a little hard, and Bulldogs rebound.
Again, one shot for the Hawks.
Carson gets down to Tennis DeGroat. He's going to work some magic, draws a foul. That's going to be on the floor. Bauer's going to look to inbound pass to his teammates. Gets it out. Good pass by Hartman.
Right,
Just a little too late, but
great idea. Canyon Lake just got a hand in there. A little bit late, but a great idea.
yeah, it was a good cut to the basket. Good read. Really made the Hawks have to work for that. Thomas looks to penetrate a little bit, and he gets it back out to Moran. And there's a three.
Josh Hartman feeling it right now.
Hartman is on fire right now.
7 points already in the first quarter.
And it's a great drive down the baseline by Jeffrey Thomas, drawing people in and then pushing it back out across the court pass to Hartman.
Yeah, great look by Jeffrey Thomas again. I think we had a foul call down here.
So Wyatt Sims gets to the line. Sometimes these players wish they can get those free throws back.
Yeah, exactly.
And Bandera is currently leading 13 to Hawks 6. Wyatt Sims going to get his another attempt. He misses both. Thomas with the rebound. A little bit of fumble there, and after a few kicks and a little ruffle of the feathers of the ball, the Hawks get it back. Looks like the Bulldogs showing a little man. Titus DeGroat gets on top of that, deflects it. Jeffrey Thomas gets the ball. He goes all the way up.
Oh,
Didn't get the roll.
Just off the rim. Kind of got caught up under the basket a little further than he'd like to be, but he still almost got it in.
Sometimes the excitement gets the best of you, and he gets a little bit off, but good effort by Thomas. There's Wyatt Sims, short jumper. Great rebounding effort there by Harlan Wisdom.
It's one of the few times that they've gotten a second shot, got the offensive rebound. We've been doing a pretty good job so far of taking that away, but they capitalized on that one.
William Bauer on the line as he gets a pass from Jeffrey Thomas. So those little things can and come back
Right.
and hurt.
Right. We got to make sure we don't let this kind of slip on us a little bit. We got 2 minutes left in the quarter. We had a great first 6 minutes. And like we said, trying to get through that first quarter with a good start. Let's try to finish off these last 2 minutes.
The Hawks set up point. That's number 10. Well, I'm not sure I have a number 10 on the roster. Or is that number 5?
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe it was 5. I don't have a 10 either.
Maybe it was 13. But forgive me, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't see that. I was looking down at the moment. Timeout called. Canyon Lake
taking a 30-second timeout. So far, we've done really well. Gotten off to a good start. Mostly Josh Hartman to start tonight for senior night, and kind of spark plugging us with 7 points out of the 13 so far. So off to a good start.
Yeah, Hartman, knowing it's his senior year. Well, no, is Hartman a senior? I don't recall Hartman being a.
Yes, he's a senior.
Yeah, Hartman is a senior. His name was called. So he's bringing it out on the court. His final game of the season. And
a couple other seniors that haven't been in yet. Guyvan Garcia and Logan Pierce are in now. So let's see if they can contribute some.
Yeah,
some magic.
Cooper Franklin comes in, junior. Get some fresh legs in, and right out the bat, turnover at Canyon Lake. Jeffrey Thomas gets off the fingertips of Bauer. Couldn't quite hang on to that. It's a quick pass. A deep 3 by Canyon Lake. Off the rim, rebounded by Franklin. He's just going to drive it up. Slows it down, and Bulldogs going to set up an offense. Hawks still showing man, coach.
Yep, staying in man. Kind of laying off the pressure. Full court, kind of more of a half-court game. But
Hawks doing a good job of keeping the Bulldogs in the perimeter outside. Bauer had a look underneath. Good pass by Bauer. Ooh.
Kind of thought Jeffrey Thomas had a shot there. I think, he was looking to pass. He looking to find the 3 in the corner.
Yeah, that's one thing I can say about Jeffrey Thomas. He penetrates so well, and oftentimes he can take a good look to the basket, lay it up, but he often throws it away to a teammate, and the pass isn't quite there. I would like to see Jeffrey Thomas gain a little bit more control and confidence and just take it up.
Right.
Draw a foul.
The opportunity, at least at worst, to get a foul.
Ooh, good inbounds pass to number 4, Harlan Wisdom. He just gets a quick jumper in. 13-2. How important is closing these quarters, Coach?
Right. This is the last here. We got try to get a good last shot here before the quarter's over.
There's Moran, deep 3. Nails it.
That's a good way to end the quarter if we get a stop
good
right
answer
here.
back to that quick 2 by Canyon Lake. But just like that, number 13, Cole Dees, is going to end the quarter on a positive note for Canyon Lake. So just like that, ladies and gentlemen, first period is over. 16 Bulldogs to 12 Hawks.
We've gotten what we wanted. We've got, like we talked about, that good first quarter, got our lead. So now Canyon Lake is kind of in the chase position. We're being chased. So that spot to be in compared to most of the district games that we've seen kind of being out front. So that's a good start. We just got to maintain that. We have, on the scoring side of it, Cole Dees that just scored that last basket. Their leading scorer only just has 2 points at 1 basket. On our side, Josh Hartman leading the way with 7. So.
Yeah, and both teams I'm seeing, like I said, they're playing kind of equal defense in my opinion so far. First quarter, they're both putting pressure, but I don't know how to say this. It's pressure, but not pressure. They're letting teams are getting down to half court. They're setting up their plays, but they're getting on them once they cross that half court line, and that's when the pressure kind of comes on. They're limiting the focus in on the paint.
Yeah, both teams are really similar. They mostly are playing, like you said, a little pressure, but not full court, in-your-face pressure. Mostly half-court game. But when the opportunity's there, they're in transition, pushing the ball and trying to get down the floor, to beat the other team. So both teams kind of doing that. Canyon Lake's come out in his zone, start second quarter. Change up.
That's Pierce. Gets a break because it was deflected. There's Bowers for three. A little hard. So Hawks rebound.
Need to get Bauer on the board here. He didn't score in the first quarter, so we need to have him tonight if we're going to win the game, to have some points.
Yeah, and shot quality is very important in a game like this, and Hartman has certainly been filling that gap. And a great underneath by 24, Bobby Torres. Good move. Just works his way around.
Get another example of a rebound. You know, second shot, we had the shot, first shot missed. We couldn't get the rebound, defensive rebound.
That's Torres getting a little aggressive. Bauer's not liking it much. He's talking to the ref saying, hey, what's going on? It's a little unnecessary.
He's getting a little chippy here.
Yeah, the refs are going to talk it over. I mean, it's one thing to be aggressive and going after the ball, but it's another when you get a little too aggressive about it. And yeah, they called a tech on that. Last game of the season, emotions run a little high.
I believe it was number 4 for Canyon Lake that the call was against.
24 is
Or was it 24 that just came out? Okay,
Yeah,
I knew it had a 4. I saw him signal to the bench or the scores table. And I saw the 4, but I couldn't see his other hand. So
yeah, so it kind of takes away his underneath layup on the other side of the court, and then the transition just ends up being a little too aggressive and draws a technical. But Bowers takes advantage, and
there's 2 free throws. We talk about free throws all the time as well. So there's 2 for 2 on free throws to start out. So that's a good start on that too.
Bowers trying to get it in, and he does. Gets it out to Garcia. Bowers sets up. Good movement by the Bulldogs, just working the ball around. Garcia deep. Off the rim into the hands of the Hawks. Good movement. There's number 5. That is Eli Cole. Nothing there, and rebounded by Bauer. Out to Jeffrey Thomas. Good hands by Bauer to keep that in control.
Canyon Lake does a great job.
Good underneath pass by Bowers to Franklin. Good read by Franklin, seeing the hole in the gap, and then good read by Bowers, seeing him move. Good cut.
Great job. I was about to say, Canyon Lake does a good job getting their hands in the passing. They have their hands up. A lot of tip passes so far by Canyon Lake. They do a good job of kind of trying to disrupt things.
Yeah, that's a good point, Coach, because when you think about disruption, that goes a long way because it can lead to a lot of frustration,
right,
and a lot of missteps. There's good penetration, jump shot underneath into the paint.
All right, they may not get the steal, but even a tip sometimes can throw the pass off and throw the play off. And
Franklin in the corner, good pass by Thomas, in and out. There's Bowers underneath. He gets up strong. That's where Bauer needs to be. He shows his dominance in that paint, just like Tentis DeGroat. You know, while he's on the bench, Bauer can step up into those situations. So Sims, free throw area, just nothing there. And
got the rebound and got away from us, but luckily we had an error by the unforced error by the Hawks. They're throwing it away.
yeah, and so far the Bulldogs have been fairly good controlling the ball, limiting the turnovers. And yes, there's been some questionable passes and just quick feet by Canyon Lake. There's Bauer for 3 again. Rebounded by Tentis DeGroat, goes up strong, draws a foul, so he's 2 and 1.
Great job on the rebound there, great position, getting the rebound strong, going up strong, getting the shot to go in. Hopefully keep our free throw streak going here and finish off the three-point play.
Yeah, good offensive board by Tentis DeGroat, getting into position and going back up. Now, gets the 3. So 25-16, and Bulldogs jump to a 9-point lead. 5 minutes left in this second period. It's a good move by Phoenix. Fuentes gets it out in the corner to Sims, but he couldn't nail the three. And off defensive board for the Bulldogs. And there's Thomas from the corner. It's a little hard there, Coach. But
yeah, his shot was a little. I mean, he didn't seem really set perfectly well on that shot. It was, off.
He's going to try again. That's usually the sweet spot for Jeffrey Thomas.
Right. That's unusual for him to miss 2 in a row like that.
So Bowers and Thomas coming in a little bit cold off their perimeter shots. Once they come alive, it might be a whole new ball game, Coach.
Right. We've got to this point really without Thomas and Bauer scoring a whole lot. So if they pick it up a little bit as we move through the game, hopefully we'll even expand our lead a little bit more.
And Fuentes right there had a good look for a three-point shot. Just off, but rebounded, turned into a jump ball. Possession goes back to the Hawks. Ooh, good hands by Hartman. Kind of the dark horse of this game so far.
Yeah, Hartman has come to play. His last game on this court, he's come to play tonight.
Good pass by Sims. Underneath. That was underneath the number 23 Hockman, but then he just dishes it back out to number 3 Kano for a 3. So that's.
Well, they had great position on that inlet pass and just couldn't finish it off. But they traded that for a 3, so I guess they'll take that exchange.
So Moran gets control. Deflected.
Tip pass again by Canyon Lake.
Yeah, see the Hawks really putting on some pressure. Not a wise pass by Moran. That was stolen by Josh Rowe, who just takes it in for an easy layup. And Bulldogs feeling the pressure and causing little mistakes with the turnovers. Jeffrey Thomas from deep.
Look up
try again, Coach. And
you're right. James
bound to hit
Bauer
it.
Penetrates and has 3 people guarding him, and so there's got to be some guys open. He found Jeffrey Thomas in the corner, and he nailed that one.
Yeah, what does that say about Bauer's strength and reputation throughout this season? Is, when he has the ball and he penetrates, everyone collapses to him, and that leaves so many opportunities for his teammates to be open. And case in point, Jeffrey Thomas right there at three-point line, nails it. And down on the other court, we have Josh Rowe at the line. He's shooting free throws.
That's exactly right. James Bauer drives in there, and they collapse down, have 3 guys on him. But he's still able to get the pass out of there. Good look by Jeffrey Thomas right there. Hartman on the board again. But that was set up by the pass by Thomas. Great vision.
Yeah, Jeffrey Thomas is so good with those inbound screens. And good defensive rebound by Hartman. He's just all heart today, ladies and gentlemen. 30-22. Jeffrey sets it up. Thomas. Not much help from his team. Got to go to the ball.
We got the opportunity here to get to a double-digit lead. We seemed like we get up by 6 or 8, then Canyon Lake brings it back to 3 or 4, and then we're back up now by 8 again. So, and we turn it over. So we.
Travel by Jeffrey Thomas. We'd like to have that one back. A little disappointing.
And here we are again with our 2 minutes left in the half. We're got a nice 8-point lead, and hopefully we can continue, finish off the half strong here. Not let things slip away from us at the end of the half.
Yeah, so far we had 16 points in that first quarter, looking like possibly 16, maybe a little bit more this quarter. I think turnovers are definitely going to play a factor. I think we've minimized turnovers, but we've also had a lot of advantages where the breaks have gone our way after a turnover. But I know that in the past, turnovers have really hurt, as many of these other teams in our district have really taken advantage and had a lot of scoring runs off those turnovers.
Right. So far tonight, our turnovers haven't really been much of a factor. We haven't had that many.
That's Jeffrey Thomas gets in, a little hard off the glass. One of those looks that he rarely makes without dishing off. But that turnover turned into a transition point.
At that time, he rather than looking for the pass, he took it over. This was fine, took it to the hole, but just didn't go in for him. It was a little bit hard.
Thomas for three. That's in and out. Bauer tries to save it.
Kind of a tough rebound. It came off the rim, kind of a long rebound. Bauer was in good position until it kicked off so far. He had a hard time gathering it in before it went to the out-of-bounds line.
Yeah, we talked about that in previous games, Coach. Those 3 points can be killer when you're talking about offensive and defensive rebounds, because those deep threes go off that rim pretty hard. And
exactly.
You think you're in position, you do all the right things, but
for sure, it's hard to judge those sometimes. You can be in great position and it just doesn't bounce your way.
But the Bulldogs have been very effective with the rebounding today. Not, like you mentioned, not a lot of second chances for really either team.
Yeah, I would say both teams have done a good job on the boards.
Bauer looks for a deep three. Good steal by Hartman. As the Hawks look for a deep pass down court.
Hartman's like Spider-Man tonight.
There's Jeffrey Thomas. And again. So there's, is that Bowers or Tentis to Grow?
It was Tentis to Grow.
Tentis to Grow. Good follow-up by Tentis to Grow. Keep an eye on Thomas and reading that. Ooh, number 13 answers back. Cole Dees.
Cole Dees, our lead scorer. He's found a way. He scored right at the end of the first quarter, and then he scored right again at the end of the second quarter here.
Just 10 seconds remaining, and Hawks keeping it close.
Looking for a good shot.
That's Moran looking to make something happen, but nothing there. And the deep half-court Hail Mary by Cano as he finishes off the second quarter, really into halftime.
Really shaping up almost to be like the last matchup with these guys. We ended up in overtime last time over in Canyon Lake, and right now it's kind of, we've maintained that lead the whole game, but it's down to 3. We had it up to about 8, I think was the highest, or maybe even 9 we had it to one time, but we got to come out the second half and continue what we're doing, because Canyon Lake's not going to go away. They're playing with the same motivation that we are. Their last game of the season as well, so they're laying it on the floor too, nothing to lose, and they've got seniors playing their last game as well, so both teams are getting after it.
Yeah, let's talk about that for just a second, and then we'll take a quick break, ladies and gentlemen. On paper, this is a pretty even matchup.
Right, I think these two teams are pretty even.
14 and 19 overall for the Hawks. They're 1-8 in district, so this is more about bragging rights when it's all said and done.
Right.
Who's going to come out not the last place loser, but on top there. I mean,
right.
You have recent Bulldogs won their first meeting this season, 57-48. So not a commanding lead, but a comfortable enough lead towards the end, and that was on the road. And historically, Bandera leads the series.
Right.
22-11.
It'd be good to sweep, this season, those two, because even looking at next year, we play them again. They look back at that. Well, we kind of established a tradition of beating them, so try to maintain that. So it'd be good to get the sweep on them this year.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, we talked about the structure sets. It's all half-court action. There's not a whole lot of pressure or presses going on, but definitely each defense is putting on as much pressure as they can. Hawks getting lucky and getting some fingers on some balls, forcing those type of turnovers. Bandera getting some lucky breaks. So I think that has favored the Bulldogs in comparison to other games where it hadn't been so favorable with the turnovers and getting some second chances based on what we've been seeing tonight.
Right, I agree. We've done a better job handling the ball tonight. Turnovers have been limited, so we just hope we can maintain that.
Yeah, so 32-29. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back for the third quarter. So thank you, Millie Marie and Winners Electric, for your sponsorship and bringing this here to the community. You can't be here if you're at home, and you can't be here live. We appreciate you viewing in, so like, subscribe. We appreciate all of you, and we will be back shortly to kick off the final half of the season.
That's right, 1 half to go.
All right, take care.
Test, test.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're about 2 minutes left into this halftime, and we're about to kick off the third period. So exciting matchup so far, as expected.
It's been a great game, close. We've got Josh Hartman leading the Bulldogs with 9 points. We actually have for Kenny Lake, their leading scorer is 9 as well. Gavin Cano had all 9 of his in the second quarter. Those are the 2 leading scorers. Basically an even game to this point. Bandera's been ahead the whole time, but it's been down to 3 or 4 points, and then as much as 8 or 9 points.
Yeah, the Bulldogs are going to lead us off this second half. Jeffrey Thomas takes the helm. Not a lot of energy in that pass by Thomas, and easily deflected by the Hawks.
And it wasn't as sharp as it normally is.
Garcia is going to get it over to Bauer. Bauer with a nice little Euro step. Good penetration by Bauer to get up under the basket and draw a foul. Good start for the Bulldogs.
Right, and then we're at the free throw line, we got a little streak going tonight so far. We'll see if James can keep it going.
Yeah, the Hawks, there's nothing they could really have done to there. Just get their hands up, and they just weren't in position. Bauer gets his first free throw in.
Soft touch there, knocking the second one down. Let's see if we can get a stop on the other end.
Ooh, good spin move by
I think Eli Hammonds wasn't quite ready for that pass. It was a good spin move and a kind of a quick pass, and Hammonds wasn't quite ready for it. I don't think he expected it.
Yeah, and Cole D's just a junior, so he's going to be back next year. I think that was the right call, Coach. I mean, number 11, Wyatt Sims, a little bit over the back there, looking to deflect the ball, but definitely saw some contact.
Yeah, we definitely had the position there on the play. We impeded our chance to rebound it with our position.
Minimal pressure by the Hawks. They just still showing man. Pierce motions over, and Bauer's just going to take it up.
Oh, wow. Bauer just being strong there, driving in. And
yeah, Bauer just bullies his way through 2 defenders to grab that 2. That's not an easy 2 either.
No, he had 2 men on him, and I'm not even sure, honestly, how he got the ball up to the rim, up on the backboard, and then had a little roll to help him out. But just getting the ball up there was quite a statement right there, just getting it up there, having a chance. But fortunately, it rolled in for him.
Yeah, and Bauer, man, he's been a headliner statistically. He's multiple 20-point-plus games. You know, he's had a 30-point night at Burbank earlier in the season. You know, big scoring versus Harper and others.
Yeah, he's pretty much 15 points you can count on every time out on the average. So
he's a triple threat. He steals, he rebounds.
We've said that before, kind of the triple crown. He's made, I think, second in rebounds on the team behind Franklin, and he's close to being tied with Jeffrey Thomas for assists, maybe second right behind Jeffrey Thomas. So that's almost the triple crown.
Yep.
And like you said, steals as well. I mean, you can look at almost any category, and James Bauer is going to be up towards the top with the team.
Yeah, he's a big piece of the culture here for sure. He's leader on and off the court. He really brings a lot of momentum to this team and a lot of encouragement. Just a all-around good team captain.
He's one player that will be suiting up again. We know he's going to be in the San Antonio All-Star game.
That is right. I had that on my list to announce it.
I'm not sure the date on that, but I believe it's in March sometime, or maybe April. That'll be an honor for the Bulldogs to get somebody in that game. Oh, there's a hard foul underneath. Bauer knocked to the ground. Number 1, Josh Rowe, kind of caught with his hand in the cookie jar there. He was away from the ball, so it's kind of hard to see, but the official, I'll give him credit, was right on top of it there on the baseline. saw what happened right in front of him.
There's more turnovers, coach, and Hawks get the steal. Not a good look.
Right, we got to stay away from that. That's one of probably the worst looking one of those we've given up all night. We've been pretty good for the most part, but that didn't look good. And there's a tough turnover there with the travel. Garcia hits the 3 off the wing, but the traveling first, so takes 3 off the board for us.
And that's a second travel call tonight for Jeffrey Thomas. Hawks a turnover, and there's Hammonds from the paint, top of the key. Hammond's looking for a foul there, and
it looked like all ball to me. I mean, it's, of course, they're always going to, if you're taking the shot, you always think you're fouled, but I think he had all ball on that. It's a good block.
Josh Rowe's going to go up. Bauer gets a hand on it, but also gets a little push on the hand.
Kind of a delayed call there. I thought they didn't call it initially, then the official did call it on James Bauer.
I think Bauer's momentum might have just fell into Josh Rowe a little bit. So he was going up. But the Bulldogs get a break there as Rowe misses his first. As we get into the 6-minute mark in the third period, it's 36 Bulldogs, 33, now 34 with that made free throw.
We have won the free throw battle thus far, which in a game like this, as close as it is, it's made it come down to that at the end. Another turnover there. We don't need that.
Some missteps on the passing here early in the second half, and Hawks taking advantage where they can. And Jeffrey Thomas draws a foul and just shows his commitment to this team. He really knows how to initiate that contact, draw fouls, and get attention.
That's 4 fouls on Canyon Lake so far this half. We still have 5.5 minutes left, so that might be something to look at. Foul, Bandera will be shooting this quarter, rest of this quarter.
And Franklin comes in and he looks to try to get into the paint, but stripped away. And I don't know what shot that was, but that was Rowe trying to go up for a layup and missed. But rebound gets fluttered around, and again, we're just not seeing great passing by the Bulldogs.
Right, I really would have liked to have seen a bounce pass right there. Cooper Franklin had it, the wing, had Jeffrey Thomas on the other wing, 2-on-1. Tried to pass it over the defender, and he was able to get up and block it. But sometimes a bounce pass right there, it's harder for the defender to get his hand down on a bounce pass.
Do you think that's just excitement, or what do you think?
I think it's excitement, and then the other side of that too is Cooper Franklin isn't as accustomed to running the ball up on a fast break like that, like Jeffrey Thomas might be, or so that maybe played in a little bit. But he's just trying to make a play. Just maybe another pass would have been a little bit better.
So again, the Hawks with good hands getting in on the ball. Moran looked to make something happen, but that was just kicked out. Bulldogs trying to answer. Ran for a perimeter shot. Good shot.
Nice shot there by.
He makes 2.
Created his own shot. Got it up there and nothing but net. Nice shot.
Yeah, good feet work and ball handling by Miranda to throw the defender off and drain that too. Well, it almost looked like a travel. The Hawks couldn't answer, and defensive board by the Bulldogs.
Oh, nice.
Great no-look pass. Bauer, great read. He draws that defense in, and just like we talked about before.
That's the advantage of James Bauer with his scoring ability. When he, like we said earlier, when he does get the ball, they collapse on him because they're going to stop him from scoring. But then he's finding the open man. In that case, it was with a no-look pass. And then to Moran's credit, he was ready for it. Sometimes those no-look passes, the receiver's not ready for it because they don't expect it, but he was ready for it.
Well, it was a good read by Moran, seeing that Bauer was in trouble.
Right.
And getting into an open position.
And I think the other players have learned, Jeffrey Thomas has the ball in his hands, or James Bauer, they're looking for that pass because they know that they could be coming because they're constantly looking to distribute. And Bandera's again opened up 6-point lead. We were down to 2. Extended a little bit again now. Great rebound by Franklin.
Good board by the Bulldogs, and Hartman pushes it up. Just gives it back to Jeffrey Thomas to take control.
And again, we have an opportunity to extend here a little bit, get to 8 or 9 points lead.
Good move by Garcia, just a little short, but the right idea. I'd commend Garcia for that effort. Trying to make something happen. He did have a look, just was a little bit short on that.
Yep.
You got to appreciate what Garcia's brought to the team this year.
Great drive by Franklin, just couldn't quite get it to go in.
Bulldogs get in position for their defense. It slows the Hawks down. There's a deep three. A little long by Eli Cole. The Bulldogs catch a break, and here comes Jeffrey Thomas. He's up and in. Great effort by Thomas, maintaining control, getting 2 points, 42-34. And
another great rebound by Franklin there, getting good position, getting up high, controlling it.
yeah, Cano looked to try to answer that 2 points by Jeffrey Thomas, but nothing there, and good rebounding, right. Good spin move by Moran, but just fumbled it towards the end there. And Hawks just going to go coast to coast. That's Cano with good Euro step, bypassing defenders and just getting in the 2 points.
And here we are again with the 2-minute mark of the third quarter. Trying to finish the quarter strong again.
Garcia's going to take a three. In and out, just kind of a roll in and out. Unfortunate break by Garcia's three-point effort.
It wasn't off by much, just an inch or so.
Bulldogs get their hands in it and get the ball back, and those are those opportunities I like to see Jeffrey Thomas just take it to the board. Great move by Garcia, taking the baseline.
I think Kenny Lake expected the three-pointer in the corner, and he gave a little fake and then drove the baseline. They weren't ready for that and finished it off.
Yeah, great advantage for the Bulldogs off of Thomas's pass. It kind of got fumbled. But great response by Garcia. And there's a three-point. Ooh, and there's a foul by Hartman.
It's going to be 3 free throws, I think.
So that's going to be a three-point opportunity at the line for Eli Cole.
Cole has not scored tonight. We'll see what he does here at the free throw line. So far, Kenny Lake struggled at the line.
That one falls just in front of the rim. He's going to get 2 more chances here. About 1:11 left. Josh, go ahead, Coach.
Struggles, just going to say struggles continue at the line for Canyon Lake.
Yeah, free throws win games, Coach. I'm telling you right now. And it's been a pretty tough year for free throws for the Bulldogs, I know, and looks like Canyon Lake might be suffering the same fate this game. So he gets a break on that one, in and out, drops in. So 37-44, Bulldogs still lead. Minute left in this third period.
And that's one thing that hasn't happened. We had mentioned with about 5.5 minutes left, Canyon Lake had 4 team fouls, and they're still on 4. So we haven't been able to take advantage of the early fouls this quarter.
Yeah, it was a great effort by Jeffrey Thomas, and it just shows his agility because you see how much air he got to jump up and get a hand on that ball.
Coach Stafford questioned it with the official near the scores table, but evidently didn't get the answer he wanted there, but that's...
Cole Diaz makes both his free throws, 39-44. Jeffrey Thomas tries to penetrate, gets it back out to Pierce. There's a good inside move. A little hard, good follow-up by Franklin and just couldn't connect in that third period.
2 point-blank chances right there at the end to get into the basket, so up by 5.
So that ends the third period. We're going to head into the final quarter of the season. Bulldogs still up. It's like by 5 with 44 to the Hawks 39. And we're going into this final quarter, Coach. It's Coach Stafford's huddling with the team. What do you think is going to be the final push this
well, you got to lay it on the line right here. We've been leading the whole game. Like, we just haven't been able to extend it beyond I think 8 points has been our biggest lead. But we've maintained. We're 5 points, and again, it's just like win one more quarter. We've got to get off to a good start this quarter and maintain. I feel like Canyon Lake may change things up a little bit as we kind of get into the quarter. If they're still down by 5 or 6 points, we may see some pressure. We may see a little more, trying to make things get us out of our game a little bit. But other than that, we just need to keep doing what we're doing. And I think the way it's looking, I think free throws are going to be a factor in this thing down the stretch, which it typically is in a close game.
Yeah, Bulldogs tend to bring it the fourth period. And let's see if they have their legs still fresh. And a lot of the seniors have been playing most of this game. Thomas, Bauer, Moran. We still have Franklin and Pierce in starting this period. And minimize turnovers and
you can tell things are kind of tightening up a little bit. That last quarter was just 12-10. So things are a little bit more defensively and a little bit more tight that last quarter. And I think as we come down the stretch, probably going to be a lot of the same. Get a little more aggressive on defense and a little more intense.
Franklin for 3, a little hard. And couldn't quite get that offensive rebound as Thomas attempted to work something there.
Cooper had a good look, just didn't go in for him.
Canyon Lake's just looking to really drive this home and put the pressure on. And there's that press that we're seeing, and then they're just going to get back on defense.
Franklin, another good rebound there. That was his third or fourth rebound here in the last couple minutes.
Looked like a little contact on my view there, Coach. Going past to Pierce. Thomas looked like he was posting up.
Oh, Pierce with a good rebound, got a shot up, went off the rim. We're gonna keep maintaining our defense here. One shot, give him one shot.
Come down to the wire. How important are the rebounds, Coach?
Very important. This could be the difference.
Good defensive effort by Moran, getting his hands on it. Staying tight on Cole Dees. Dees is a playmaker, and Tentis DeGroat comes in for Franklin. I'd like to see Tentis DeGroat do what he does best underneath the glass and the paint.
Yeah, it'd be good to get underneath in there, maybe get a foul even. It's not a basket. Oh. Didn't see much of a foul there. I don't know if they called it on Logan Pierce.
Yeah, it was a good move by Josh Rose. He went up and then under, so it's a good way to attract a foul because as your hands are going up and going down, and he's throwing it up underhand.
It's almost one of those situations where you wonder if the officials are kind of expecting the foul before it actually happens. And then suddenly we're tied.
Yeah, 44-44, 6.5 left.
That's got to be a foul right there, yeah.
Colby's in on that, and Flowers
We
throws
need
it
to
in.
Be patient here and get a good look at the basket. Get back on track. Indian Lake has picked it up a notch defensively for sure this last quarter. They're sensing gaining momentum back.
Good pass by Thomas underneath to Dennis DeGroat, then back out to Pierce.
Big shot by Pierce. First basket of the game. That was huge at that point.
Great three-point shot by Pierce. Good dish out. Just that awareness.
Indian Lake's coach is upset about something over there.
Yeah, I don't think he was too happy with Wyatt Sims. Wyatt Sims from the three. He gets answers right back.
Six minutes left, all tied. 6 minutes left in the season.
Yeah, timeout by Canyon Lake.
It'll come down to who wants this the most. It's going to be shaping up to be very similar to the game over there that went to overtime. Logan Pierce, or the big three there, kind of get on the score sheet. Hadn't scored it tonight. That was a huge shot, but then Canyon Lake answered it. Intensity definitely has picked up over the last couple of minutes on both sides.
Yeah, Wyatt Sims with a great answer. I mean, you can definitely feel the frustration of the Bulldogs because Logan Pierce, I mean, he's a shooter who can flip a quarter in a hurry because when he's on, he can change the momentum.
Right.
Now, that's a great quality that Logan Pierce brings to this team. But when you have players like Sims coming in and answering right away, it really makes for a nail-biter. And the key factor I'm looking for is composure. Bulldogs really need to keep composure, and there's Pierce again. Just like that, he's hot.
All right, and I'll give credit to Jeffrey Thomas. You try to find the hot man, and Logan made one. Jeffrey went right back to him again, give him another chance. And steal.
There, and a lot of flipping back and forth, but no fouls called, and good pass off by Jeffrey Thomas.
Great look by Jeffrey Thomas. Dennis DeGroat with the two, plus one.
And I know we talked about this earlier. I say no, it's like sometimes you just want to see Thomas just take it in, but then when he makes plays like that, he dishes it off, and it's hard to say what's better or what's worse.
Right, exactly.
But great effort by Thomas to get that in Dennis DeGroat.
Dennis DeGroat with the free throw again. Suddenly it's back to 6 actually.
Fuentes gets it out to Hammond. Good look by Hammond to Josh Rowe. Good cut to the basket. I mean, Bulldogs were just caught off guard by that. 53-49. 5 minutes left. The Bulldogs can try to keep this lead. There's Hartman. A little too hard. Rebounded by, that was Colby's. There's Fuentes with an up and over. He gets the two.
And right back comes Canyon Lake. Back to 2.
Bulldogs trying to keep it together, trying to minimize mistakes, limited turnovers, good dish off to Dennis DeGroat. Good move. Just in and out.
Great look off the backboard. No, just didn't go in. Canyon Lake doing a nice job limiting us to one shot.
So right now, we got an exciting game, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of back and forth.
Josh Rowe loses out of bounds. Rowe, despite his size, he's been doing a lot penetrating, getting some shots. Sometimes I think maybe with his size, he gets a little underestimated. But he's been having a great game. I think he's got about 12 points right now for Canyon Lake. Jeffrey Thomas with 3 from the corner.
Good shot by Thomas.
Needed that.
Foul before the shot, so Hawks. And How important was that three?
His
Flying down the wire.
A couple by Logan Pierce and Jeffrey Thomas. Those threes are saving us right now. But long way to go.
Corner, there's Cano. Been in and out. Not much there. Hartman gets the rebound. Passes it down court to Jeffrey Thomas, and he goes up, dishes off to Tempest DeGroat. 2 points.
Great look again by Jeffrey Thomas. Like I know it sounds like a broken record, but
Thomas DeGroat. Thomas Tempest
that's
DeGroat.
right.
Cano's going to go deep. I think they're just good effort by Thomas to draw a foul, and not much Cole Dees could do there. He wasn't happy about the foul, but I mean he wasn't in a good position.
He was kind of lost right there, out of position. Thomas took advantage of it.
3 minutes left and 58-51. Bulldogs trying to keep this lead. Bowers in trouble down on the baseline. His effort pays off as he gets the foul.
I thought they were going to get a jump ball there, but he called the foul.
Yeah, it's a little handsy and definitely the right call. Hartman's going for three. It's a good look by Hartman. Following the shot would have been important, but leaves open.
Josh Rowe having a game.
Canyon Lake keeps it within 4.
Rowe has 10 points in the fourth quarter.
Garcia dishes it out to Hartman, and great by Hartman. And it has been all Hartman most of this game, Coach.
Hartman had been quieted in the second half a little bit until that shot, but he's up to 12 points now and leads back to 7. Josh Rowe, again, despite his size, he's in there getting rebounds and battling.
Bulldogs going to take a quick timeout. Stafford's going to talk to the team, see what kind of looks they can get with just under 2 minutes left. 61-54. Can we hang on to this?
Back to 7. We were tied there a couple times, and the three-pointers have kind of bailed us out. Jeffrey Thomas, 2 from Logan Pierce, Josh Hartman. We've kind of got hot here from the three-point line in the fourth quarter, which we desperately needed at that point. So now 7 points. Again, here we are, 2 minutes left. We got to finish it off. It's about finishing off really the season right now. We're not talking just about this game. This is how we want the season to end.
Yeah, I don't know what you have clocked in for Bowers as far as points, Coach, this game.
I've got Bauer with 8.
Yeah, so
8 points.
He averages about 15 points a game, and when you have players like Hartman that can come up and step in when the star players like Jeffrey Thomas and James Bauer aren't putting up the points they usually do, it really helps the team a lot.
Hartman has made a difference. Hartman is averaging only just a couple points a game, and he has 12 tonight. So he's definitely enjoying senior night.
And you can't say enough about the importance of a bench. The sixth man. I look at it this way. Every player should be a sixth man if you're coming off the bench. Every player is important. They have a role, and Bauer's going to get it in. Gets it out to Tennis DeGroat. Good cut by Bauer. Good read, but DeGroat's going to get it out to Hartman. Ooh, Hartman had a look.
Right.
He hesitated.
Be a little patient here. I mean, with 7-point lead, we can run a little clock, but Jeffrey Thomas thought he had a layup right there.
Again, another opportunity. I would like to see Thomas just take that shot. He has
Lake's
it.
Trying to foul us. We're running some clock.
Tennis DeGroat underneath. Oh, good look.
We had him wide open under the basket. Just got away from him.
A little bit of butterfingers there. Canyon Lake was trying to cut it off. I think that's what threw tempted to throw it off and trying to receive that pass. But ultimately, it turns out Bulldogs' favor. We'll get another chance at this.
I think Canyon Lake was trying to foul us without being too discreet about it.
Thomas not happy about that as he was called on the line out of bounds, but looks like there was a little bit of push there too. But ultimately good defense by Canyon Lake, and
Then you get on the boards here.
there's the
There we go. Jeffrey
Josh
Thomas.
Rowe trying to make something happen for Canyon Lake, and gets in and out. And good move by Bauer to reach around. And
There's a
that's,
foul. Oh,
that's a little aggressive there by Hammonds. So some high emotions
Right, should be
being
a
seen
foul.
tonight. And
Foul on Canyon Lake. We should be shooting 2 here. When they sort this out, we may be looking at some more free throws.
yeah, that's number 33, Eli Hammonds, coming in hot.
Kind of shoving a little bit on both teams, but honestly, Canyon Lake instigated it. He fouled and then stepped over him. Looked like he stepped on.
The Bulldogs reacting,
And then Bulldogs, of course, are going to react to that.
and then
The coaches on Canyon Lake side did a nice job. We had a couple guys kind of coming off their bench. I know a couple of the assistants grabbed guys. And
I saw Phoenix
pulled them back.
Fuentes looking to support his teammates for some odd reason. I guess he thinks he was going to make a difference,
right.
but sometimes those actions end up hurting more than they help.
Let's see what they called. They called technical.
Oh,
They called double technical, looks like. I think they called
on both teams.
They called the foul on 33, Eli Hammonds, and I think they called a double technical. I saw him point both directions.
Definitely like some explanation on that too. I mean, I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible, Coach, because it did look like Hammonds was a little aggressive on that, and Bulldogs were reacting. Maybe it was after the fact that.
Now the coaches got teed up in Canyon Lake. Some verbal exchange. Looked like it was directed towards one of the Bandera players. And they gave the Canyon Lake coach a technical. He's still irate. They gave him another technical.
one.
He is out of the game now. It's a double technical on the coach from Canyon Lake. He exits the door, stage left.
Yeah, that's.
You wouldn't think this would be the 5th and 6th place teams in the district battling out here at the end of the year with the intensity level here down the stretch with a minute left in the season.
It's a lot of game emotion. I mean, a lot of end of season emotions here, Coach. I mean, it's a neck and neck game. It's a lot of passion. Obviously, these kids care about the game. They want to bring all they can to the table, but you know, those type of emotions need to be locked in, especially as Coach Cole. I mean, you can definitely see his passion. It's understandable.
I mean, he cares about his kids and his team, obviously, but he maybe went a little over the top there.
Yeah.
I think what's about to happen is I think Bandera is going to have a slew of free throws, it looks like. We should be shooting 2 coach technicals plus the technical. Back to the players, there was a double technical on the players. So Bauer goes to the line. I'm not really sure, honestly, how many he's shooting.
There's one. Bauer's the right man to get to the line. Whole lot to unpack.
Yeah, exactly.
That.
There's one of the technicals. Now we'll see if now Jeffrey Thomas has his turn. Almost like we're at the amusement park and taking turns shooting the ball for the.
And how important are these free throws, Coach? Because as we struggled all season with free throws, as Bauer and Thomas seem to be locking these free throws in.
Right. And now we're shooting, I think, the player technical, I'm guessing. We've shot the 2 coach technicals. They're still trying to sort this out over there.
And so far, we haven't been counted for those points.
Right. It should be 65 to 54.
Yeah, that was 4 free throws made.
That, to me, takes care of the 2 coach technicals. We should have the 2 player technicals for each team left, plus the foul shots from the original foul that started this whole brouhaha here.
It's almost like an algebra equation, Coach.
Right, exactly.
I'm not following half of it most
No,
of the time.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not really sure. And they still haven't given us the 4 points we just made.
There they go.
Oh, there they go.
Did add them now.
We're caught up to this point, but we still have some free throws to go, I think. In my calculation, Bandera should have 4 more shots, and Canyon Lake should have 2 on their end for the double technicals, and then we should have 2 from the original foul.
Ref still talking it over. Oh,
Now Jeffrey Thomas back to the line.
is that little birthday wish? Is it Jeffrey Thomas'
I'm not
birthday?
sure.
I'm not sure. I'm not either. I have to find that out. If it is, I'll have to wish him a happy birthday. That's 5 free throws in a row for the Bulldogs. Extends the lead by 12. So how important were these technical fouls and how detrimental were they for the Hawks?
Now they're still, to me, if that was the original, well, the original foul was on James, against James Bauer, I believe. So I thought James Bauer would have shot the foul shots. But we've still got, to me, we've still got the team double technicals on each team that have not been shot.
Byron Keeling comes in for Tintus de Groot.
And we've
Gonna get him some action.
built a 12-point lead here at the free throw line. And well, now they're going to inbound. Maybe the double player fouls cancel each other out, so they don't shoot those. I would think they would shoot those. So.
Well, they were also on the floor too, Coach, if I
Right.
wasn't mistaken. So perhaps they're obviously we're not in foul trouble.
And then our ball because of the technicals. So
Right.
on the coach. So here we go. Minute left, 12-point lead. That's most important.
5 points off of 6 opportunities for technical, and there's
And
a
we'll
push.
be shooting again because we're in we're over the limit for fouls for Canyon Lake.
Yeah,
so
that's
should be-
Wyatt Sims.
Should be James Bauer to the line for 2. Now suddenly, all of a sudden, we've gone cold at the line. We missed 2 in a row. We had made 11 in a row up to that point. I just looked at my scorebook here. Now we missed 3 in a row.
Thomas gets a lucky break off a long rebound.
Bauer will get another chance.
Hawks are gonna make every effort to keep fouling, to keep something alive. 47 seconds. It's going to take quite a bit to come back from the lead that the Bulldogs just acquired.
Suddenly we've gone cold. I think maybe we jinxed them. I don't know. We shouldn't have said anything.
Well,
Bulldogs started out
I'm
11
pretty
in a
confident
row.
Bauer's played this whole game. I
Yeah.
haven't seen him go take a rake, and he's probably got some soft legs right now. And
Yeah, that's true. Good point.
free throws are important when you have your legs underneath you. And
For sure.
it's not there.
Garcia, Keeling keeps it alive. Garcia comes up with the rebound. So now it looks like Garcia's going to have his turn.
Great effort by Garcia to
Should be. What did they call? It should be, unless they called the jump. Oh, they called the jump ball. I thought it should have been Garcia shooting, but
Well, I will say that was Some great defensive effort by Wyatt Sims. Just couldn't keep it in bounds as he falls out trying to get it in back into his teammates. So 40 seconds left. Bulldogs continue to keep getting breaks.
Trying to get
Keeling gets in. He passes it out deep to Garcia.
Garcia will get his chance.
Sims reaches in, knocks that ball right out of Garcia's hands. Drawing a foul.
Wow. This one's going in, I have a feeling. I'm calling it right now. Garcia makes it, but lane violation on Keeling takes the free throw away.
Got a little anxious for a rebound. There's Fuentes. He's going to try to make something happen with a deep three, but it's well off the rim. Bowers gets the rebound. Got to appreciate Bowers and Thomas and a lot of the players. They can definitely sell a foul. Bowers once again gets to the line as the Hawks get in foul trouble. They're 5 over their personal fouls, and
there we go.
There's that one you're looking for, Coach.
Right.
There's 2 by Bauer.
Back on track. I didn't keep track of it, but I feel like about our last 10 or 12 points have been free throws in the game. It seems like we haven't had a...
There's a deep 3. There's nothing there in 14 seconds. Hawks are still going to foul and put pressure on. At this point, I'm kind of curious the logic.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I thought they were let us dribble that one out right there.
Yeah, just finish the game gracefully. And
10 seconds left.
At this point, fouling's not going to do anything but prolong the inevitable. That
was 5 fouls on Cole Dees. He fouls out.
Bobby Torres comes in. Bowers just short. Ben Parma gets into the game. Bowers gets one of 2. Parma gets 3 opportunity. Nothing there. And that'll do it, ladies and gentlemen.
That'll do it.
Very interesting fourth period, to say the least.
Exactly. The fourth quarter had plenty of action.
Neck and neck, and then the Canyon Lake just kind of falls off the hill there towards that mid-half of the fourth period, which gives the Bulldogs an opportunity to jump up 69 to their 54.
I look back to I really am thinking back on a little bit. I look back to those 2 threes by Logan Pierce when we got to where it was tied, and he had 2 threes in a row, different possessions down the floor, two threes, and then Jeffrey Thomas and Hartman also had a 3. So that little stretch when we got tied will end up being the difference in the game. But here's Logan Pierce, a senior. Speaking of having memories of your senior last game, and I'm sure those threes that he hit kind of help make the difference. We'll never forget those.
Not at all. What a way to turn the game around, extend the lead to a very comfortable win. That gives us 2-8 on district.
2-8.
Leaving out on a high note. Seniors can go home happy knowing they left it all on the table and
Right.
heart and soul in this season. And I know that there's going to be some sad moments to think about, but more joyful knowing that they had a great 4 years and a great run. And we want to wish them just all the success as
Right. We
they
heard a-
move on from high school and whatever endeavors they find. God bless them and just hope they find all the success that they're looking for.
Exactly. A lot of them, we've heard a lot of their goals that they have in their mind right now for the future, all great things, and hopefully they have all the success they deserve in the future.
And Bowers and his mom are wrestling on the floor, celebrating a good year. A finish to a strong year and for Bowers. And let's be on the lookout for him for the All-Star game.
Right.
And I know I wrote it down, ladies and gentlemen. Now I'm kind of disappointed.
I feel bad because I didn't look the date of that up. I was going to mention it at some point, but then I didn't look the date of that game up. So it's got to be probably in April because I know the season will have
I
to
think
get
it
through
was
the
April 12th.
Yeah,
I think that was the game.
The playoffs will have to be done before that happens, so
Yeah.
it'll have to be in April, I believe.
Yeah, so congratulations to Bowers for
Right.
making that All-Star roster, and good kudos to him, to Bowers, all the seniors this year. It's been a real pleasure just calling these games. I'm very blessed and honored to be a part of this.
Yep. Even though it's been a little frustrating at times. It hasn't gone maybe the way we hoped it would go in the beginning, but it definitely has been enjoyable and fun to watch things and broadcast the endeavors of the kids. So
Absolutely.
that's what
It
it's all
gets better
about.
and better.
So.
And as we wrap this season, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for tuning in. We know it's a struggle for a lot of people and family, friends to get here, to be live. That's why we want to bring this game to you at home for those missed opportunities. Please like and subscribe. We're moving into more athletics, softball, baseball, track and field. There's powerlifting. We got some great powerlifting kids.
Right. I've seen that
I
too.
mean,
Powerlifters.
Look like state bound, some of these kids. So, keep them in your minds, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Millie Marie and Winners Electric, for your contribution and support, your sponsorship throughout this season. Thank you again for tuning in. I'm Jeff Flowers alongside Coach John Milner.
Thank you, Jeff, for having me along. I appreciate it. I enjoyed it. Really
Yeah,
enjoyed it immensely. Been fun.
Been a real pleasure, Coach, and I look forward to next season. And we want to, bless you all at home and take good care, and we'll see you real soon.
Have a good evening. Take care.